Be ready. Cars are complex machines, and even the best-maintained vehicles can experience unexpected issues. Whether it's a minor glitch or a major malfunction, being prepared can make all the difference. Listen, nobody wants to think about getting stuck on the side of the road. It's a scenario that can turn a good day into a stressful one in an instant. Imagine you're on your way to an important meeting or a family gathering, and suddenly, your car decides to quit on you. Frustrating, right? But the reality is, it happens. Cars break down, weather turns nasty, you hit unexpected detours. These situations are not just inconvenient, they can be downright dangerous, especially if you're unprepared. Picture yourself stuck in a snowstorm or stranded in a remote area with no help in sight. Being prepared isn't about being paranoid, it's about being smart. It's about taking proactive steps to ensure that you're ready for whatever comes your way. Think of it as a form of insurance, something you hope you never have to use but are incredibly grateful for when you do. Think of a car emergency kit like a spare tire. You wouldn't drive around without a spare tire, would you? The same logic applies to having an emergency kit. It's a small investment of time and money that can pay off big when you need it most. You hope you never need it, but you're darn glad you have it when you do. Imagine the relief of having the right tools and supplies when you're stuck on the side of the road. It's not just about fixing the problem. It's about the peace of mind that comes with knowing you're prepared. It's about having peace of mind, knowing you can handle whatever the road throws at you. Whether you're driving alone or with loved ones, being prepared means you can face unexpected challenges with confidence and calm. This isn't just about being comfortable, it's about safety. A well-prepared emergency kit can be a lifesaver, providing you with the essentials you need to stay safe until help arrives. It's about protecting yourself and your passengers. A flat tire in good weather is an inconvenience. It's something you can usually handle with a bit of effort and patience. But what if the weather isn't on your side? A flat tire in a blizzard can be dangerous. The cold, the snow, and the limited visibility can turn a simple tire change into a hazardous ordeal. That's why having the right gear is so crucial. Having the right gear can make all the difference. From basic tools to first aid supplies, a well-stocked emergency kit can help you manage a variety of situations. It's about being ready for the unexpected. So let's talk about how to build a simple, affordable emergency kit for your car, using stuff you probably already have around the house. You don't need to spend a fortune to be prepared. With a little planning and some common household items, you can create a kit that will give you peace of mind and keep you safe on the road. Let's get started. I've been there. It's one of those moments that you never forget. The kind of situation that makes you realize just how vulnerable you can be when nature decides to throw a curveball your way. Years ago, I was driving through the mountains late at night when I hit a patch of black ice. The road was treacherous, and visibility was almost zero. The snow was coming down so hard that my headlights barely made a dent in the darkness. Suddenly, I felt the car lose traction. It spun out of control, and before I knew it, I was off the road and into a ditch. The whole thing happened in a matter of seconds, but it felt like an eternity. Luckily, I was fine, but the car, not so much. The front end was smashed, and the tires were buried in snow. To make matters worse, cell service was non-existent. I was completely cut off from the outside world. It was freezing, and I was stuck. The temperature was dropping rapidly, and the wind was howling. I knew I had to act fast if I wanted to stay warm and safe. What got me through? A basic emergency kit I had thrown together. It wasn't anything fancy, just a few essentials that I had packed in case of an emergency. Water, some granola bars, a blanket, and a flashlight. These simple items became my lifeline. The water kept me hydrated, the granola bars gave me energy, the blanket kept me warm, and the flashlight helped me see in the dark. It wasn't glamorous, but it made all the difference while I waited for help. I huddled under the blanket, ate the granola bars sparingly, and used the flashlight to check my surroundings periodically. That experience taught me a valuable lesson. Being prepared isn't just about surviving a disaster, it's about handling the unexpected. It's about having the right mindset and the right tools to get through tough situations. It's about having the confidence to know you can handle whatever comes your way. When you're prepared, you can face challenges head-on without panicking. You can think clearly and make smart decisions. You don't need to be a survival expert to put together a basic car kit. Just a little common sense and some basic supplies can go a long way. Think about what you might need if you were stranded for a few hours or even overnight. Items like bottled water, non-perishable snacks, a warm blanket, a flashlight with extra batteries, a first aid kit, and a multi-tool can make a huge difference. Don't forget a phone charger and a power bank, just in case you do have cell service. Keep these items in your car at all times, especially during the winter months. You never know when you might need them. It's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. So the next time you head out on a winter drive, take a moment to make sure you're prepared. It could make all the difference in the world. Stay safe out there. Now, when I say kit, don't picture some expensive, prepackaged thing from a fancy outdoor store. You don't need to spend a fortune to be prepared. You can use an old backpack, a plastic storage bin, whatever you have on hand. The idea is to repurpose what you already own. Look around your home. You might be surprised at how many useful items you already have. The key is to have everything organized and easily accessible. Label compartments if you can, so you know exactly where to find what you need in a hurry. This can save precious time in an emergency. We're talking about the essentials here, stuff to keep you warm, hydrated, fed, and safe until help arrives or you can get back on the road. Think about what you would need if you were stuck somewhere for a few days. A warm blanket, water bottles, non-perishable food supplies, and a first aid kit are crucial. It's about being practical and resourceful. You don't need the latest gadgets or high-tech gear. Simple, reliable items that you know how to use are often the best choice. Think of it like this. You're packing for a short, unexpected camping trip. What would you absolutely need to survive comfortably for a few days? This mindset can help you focus on the essentials. You don't need to bring the whole campsite, just the essentials to get by. A compact, well-thought-out kit is more effective than a bulky, overpacked one. And trust me, knowing you have these basics will make a world of difference if you ever find yourself in a jam. The peace of mind that comes from being prepared is invaluable. It allows you to face unexpected situations with confidence and calm. So take a little time to put together your kit. It doesn't have to be perfect, just practical and ready to go when you need it. Don't forget to include items like a flashlight with extra batteries, a portable radio, and any necessary medications. These small additions can make a big difference in an emergency. Make a checklist of what you need and review it periodically. This ensures that your kit stays up to date and ready for any situation. Regularly check expiration dates on food and batteries and replace them as needed. Ultimately, having a well-prepared emergency kit is about more than just the items inside. It's about the reassurance that comes from knowing you're ready for whatever life throws your way. So start today, gather your essentials, and give yourself the gift of peace of mind in a box. First things first, water. Aim for at least 1 gallon per person per day. You can grab a few bottles from the grocery store or refill some at home. Just make sure they're stored securely so they don't roll around in your car. Next, up food. Think non-perishable, easy-to-eat stuff like granola bars, nuts, dried fruit, crackers. You're not packing a gourmet meal here, just something to keep your energy levels up. And since you never know when the weather might turn, pack layers of warm clothing, a hat, gloves, a jacket, even an old blanket. Those emergency blankets you find at the hardware store are great too. They fold up small but provide a surprising amount of warmth. Section 5, First Aid. Because, well, accidents happen. No car emergency kit is complete without a good first aid kit. You can buy a pre-made one or assemble your own. Just make sure it includes the basics: bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, gauze pads, and anything else you might need for minor injuries. Remember, this kit isn't just for you. You might need to help someone else on the road. Having the right supplies on hand can make a real difference in an emergency. And hey, don't forget any personal medications you or your passengers might need. It's always better to have them on hand, just in case. Section 6, Tools and Other Lifesavers. Now let's talk tools. You don't need to be a mechanic to have a few basic tools in your car. A wrench, pliers, a screwdriver. These can come in handy for simple repairs or adjustments. A flashlight is a must-have, especially if you're stuck at night. Make sure it's got fresh batteries, or even better, get one of those hand crank models. Other good-to-haves include jumper cables, duct tape, because duct tape fixes everything, a whistle to signal for help, and a brightly colored cloth you can use as a flag to attract attention. Section 7, Staying Connected and Informed. In this day and age, it's easy to rely on our phones for everything. But what happens when your phone battery dies? That's why it's smart to have a backup plan for staying connected. A car charger for your phone is a no-brainer. You can also get a portable power bank to keep your devices juiced up. And don't forget about staying informed. A hand crank weather radio can be a lifesaver if you're stuck in a remote area with no cell service. It'll keep you updated on weather conditions and any emergency alerts. Section 8. Putting it all together, your kit your way. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's a lot of stuff, but remember, you don't need to get everything at once. Start with the basics and gradually add to your kit over time. And don't be afraid to customize it to your needs and your environment. Live in a cold climate. Pack extra blankets and hand warmers. Traveling with kids. Include some games and activities to keep them entertained. The most important thing is to have a plan and to be prepared. Take some time to familiarize yourself with the contents of your kit and how to use everything. You never know when you might need it. Section 9. Be safe out there. Listen, I'm not trying to scare you. Driving is still statistically safer than a lot of other things we do every day. But a little preparation goes a long way. Having a car emergency kit isn't about being paranoid. It's about being responsible. It's about having the peace of mind to know you can handle whatever comes your way. So, take some time to put together your own DIY car emergency kit. It's one of the smartest things you can do for yourself and your loved ones. Stay safe out there. Safe out.